Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new Pink Diamond LUKA DONCIC, fully evolved. Don't ask me how I got his Evo done in 30 minutes when it's 25 steals. But anyways, he becomes really, really good defensively, like incredibly good. Plus 23 block makes that an 84. Plus 25 steal makes that, what, in the 90s? Perimeter defense is also in the 90s. Interior, high 80s. He's got 90 speed, 90 speed ball. Gets a plus 15 lateral quickness, so that's up to a 94. And then badge-wise, he gets huge boosts as well. Unfortunately, no animation changes on this card or anything like that. No animation changes on today's cards, which is a bit disappointing, but he gets huge defensive boosts, including even interior badges like Anchor. Just really, really helps this card out a lot. He gets gold red stick ripper as well, apparently, which we did not realize, so that's pretty cool as well. That wasn't on 2KDV, but he does get gold red stick ripper. So overall, LUKA becomes an elite defender, which is the really, really good part about this card. Makes him go from not that great as an overall point guard to one of the best PGs in the game. The question with LUKA really is, how does he compare to the LaMelos and D-Books and SGAs of the world, the truly best point guards in the game, because his animations aren't that great, and we know that, but he's a big defensive point guard with incredible stats and badges. I honestly don't know yet. Now, LUKA's my favorite point guard, or just my favorite player in real life in the entire NBA right now. I think he's incredible. I'm a huge Mavs fan, so I love LUKA. So I'm excited to use this card, and he's going to be in my lineup regardless, because he's my favorite player and because he can defend. But is he, well, how does he compare to LaMelo, Booker, SGA? That's what we're here to find out. By the way, make sure you hit that subscribe button if y'all haven't already. Help me push towards the 17,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Without further ado, 6'7 PG, 99 offense, 95 defense, 96 driving layup, 92 mid-range, 96 3-ball, 92 free throw, 80 driving dunk, 95 ball handle, 84 block, 87 interior, 92 steal, 91 perimeter, 90 speed and speed of ball, 84 excel, 94 lateral quickness. If I was putting a shoe on this card, it'd probably be speed, speed of ball, excel, and then a couple of other things. Maybe it'd be driving dunk, something along the lines of interior and lateral, probably those types of badges, or those types of shoe boosts. Badge wise, he's pretty complete. 16 Hofstra, Agent 3, Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Deadeye, Limitless Range, Space Creator, Ankle Breaker, Dimer, Handles for Days, Hyperdrive, Killer Combos, Clamps, Whistle, Open Look, Spot Finder, and Touch Passer. And he's super complete gold badge wise, has pretty much every single key gold badge in the game because he's so good defensively as well. He's got Silver Anchor, he's got Silver Posterizer, Silver Precision Dunker, Silver Fast Feet, so he's got some of those badges as well as on bronze of some of the areas that he's generally not the strongest in, being that slashing and that defense. And overall, I just think LUKA's going to be such a good card all the way around and so well-rounded at the point guard position at a level that nobody else really is right now, that it's going to help make up for the fact that his animations just aren't that good. Because honestly, LUKA's animations aren't very good. His standstill release is, I need to turn off my meter, but his standstill release is slow and honestly pretty ugly. But it is easy to green, and he is going to have great shooting badges, so if you get the space, you're going to be knocked down with him. It's just going to be harder to create space to get his shot off than it is with a LaMelo Ball or a Devin Booker or a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, I will say, his fade to both sides I actually think is quite good. I think it's smooth, quick, easy to green to both sides, which is a huge deal because he's got to have Agent 3s, Hoff Limitless, all those shooting badges. So with the ability to space the floor and fade at a very high level, that is going to help him out. And I do think his release is usable. I don't think it's great, but I do think it's definitely usable. And I really do think this fade is more than usable. I think it creates a lot of separation and is smooth and quick to both sides. It's probably his best animation thing, to be honest. One other thing that LUKA does have going for him is his step back animation, whatever, gives you the Asta slide, which is really good. His size up is fine. His between the legs burst, also fine. His same side burst, he's got basic Hezi, so the only way to same side burst with him is going to be diagonally up, kind of like with SGA, so that's something you have to keep in mind. But he'll be a capable but not elite slasher, a capable but not elite 3-hunter because of his release, despite his badges being really good. If you use his fade properly, though, I think he can be really good offensively. And he's going to be right there with Drew Holiday as the best defensive point guards in the game because he's 3 inches taller than that Drew Holiday, and he's got a really good player build. He could guard on the interior as well at a high level. I think this LUKA card, despite his animation deficiencies, might still have an argument for one of the very best point guards in the game because of how good he is defensively. And it's a weird type of LUKA card, but it's still a card I'm very excited to use. So let's hop into a game. Let's see what he can do. The two saving graces of this card are his fade and the Asta slide, and those are the things we're going to be relying on in this game. We're going up against a pretty bad team, so I think we should be able to cook up pretty easily with LUKA. Despite having Paul George and Wilt, the rest of his team is pretty darn mid, including AI at the 2, Steve Nash at the 1, just one of the smallest lineups I have ever seen in my life. As a whole, we have a pretty favorable matchup here, so I think LUKA's going to be able to cook up. And I will say, the Asta slide definitely gives you the ability to do some different playmaking stuff than most point guards are able to do in the game right now. Stop, pop, LUKA fade, and that is not a bad shot at all, but it's a little deep, not able to knock it down. But there's LUKA with interceptor, something that he has never had, able to make a play defensively, catch and shoot, and LUKA relocates for an open 3, his first of hopefully many in this game, knocks that one down. Release is super smooth and easy to green, so he should be able to be super capable as a shooter when he gets the space, especially with how great his with how great his defensive or his stats and badges are as a shooter. Unfortunately, he fouls there. Still a great defensive play. The fact he has Challenger, the fact he has Silver Anchor and Gold Red Stick Ripper and Gold Glove and all these different badges that he simply would not have had on a normal card is one of the things that makes this card so good, despite unfortunately not having the animation changes. Really, this is the only way I think that 2K could make a LUKA card with his own animations one of the best point guards in the game. Because otherwise, if he doesn't have defense, he's just not very good, considering what the card is looking like in terms of his animations. But that's okay, because this card does have so much defensive ability and is right there with Drew Holiday as like legitimately the best defensive point guard in the game, which is crazy to say about a LUKA card, but it's also very true. With that being said, I do think his shot creation is just a bit limited compared to any of the other top couple point guards in the game. So size up here. Let's reject the screen now. Stop. LUKA, stop and pop. And he's going to get contested, but it's a little late. And we got the shot off. Amari wasn't able to get there. I just missed it slightly late on me. It's totally my fault. Good front fade there with Steve Nash, but he misses it. Apparently, I got a 31% contest somehow. Swing it to the corner. LUKA, catch and shoot, open three. LUKA Doncic puts it in. Good shot. Easy, wide open three ball. Second bucket of the game, and LUKA's hooping right now. Go get a steal as well. Oh, he played it, but he didn't get the steal. I'm cool with it, man. The fact of the matter is, the defensive value this card gives me is enough to put him on the court for me right now, regardless. Because as much as I like guys like LaMelo and D-Book, their inability to defend is one of the most frustrating things in this game. In a game that is so defense-oriented right now, especially with people sitting off ball and stuff defensively, LUKA gives you a lot more defensively than a guy like D-Book who's going to get attacked off the ball does. Spin here. LUKA, attacks the rim and finishes, and he is a big physical finisher. I think he's got Gold Bulldozer, Hoff Whistle, some legit good finishing batters. I do think attacking the rim, especially with him having a pretty big physical player build, he should be a really impactful defensive card, or slashing card as well, I should say. Attack here. LUKA's going to get to his spot, and he's going to stop and pop. He's expecting a dribble drive. No dribble drive coming here. LUKA stops and pops. Open three. 11 points so far. Yes, our opponent does not have the best team, but LUKA's playing great so far on both ends of the court, which is exactly what I want. He's got that block. Look at the defensive recovery. Like, these types of animations have just never been possible for a LUKA card, especially this early in the year. And the fact that they are right now is something that is really, really encouraging to me, because his animations aren't great, and yet he still looks so, so good right now. Hoff Whistle attacking the rim, draws a foul, and LUKA goes to the free throw line with a chance to just continue to tack on to this incredibly impressive offensive performance. Free throw line, easy green light on the free throw. Free throw release feels quite good. Second one is up a little early, but it still goes down. And we've got 13 points in just over 2 minutes of gameplay. I know my opponent's team isn't great, but LUKA Doncic is absolutely dominating right now. I kind of like this idea. Make LUKA, they found a way to make one of the best players in the league absolutely elite as a card in my team without changing his offensive animations much. And I appreciate that, because this card is elite simply because of how much better he is defensively compared to an SGA, a Booker, a LaMelo. Drew Holiday is this LUKA card, but he's 3 inches shorter. And while he does have a better release and better SIGs than LUKA, that lack of size matters. I think Drew Holiday and LUKA are actually very similar cards in a lot of ways. And LUKA does have much better badges than Drew does offensively, so that does help him out in a lot of ways in terms of his stats and badges on the offensive end of the court. So even without the incredible animations, he does still have a lot to like offensively. Catch the ball here, and we're gonna try to fade to the right. Or yep, I'm fading right here. Don't give me that much space with LUKA Doncic. Oh my gosh, LUKA Doncic is getting a slightly late on that. His fade is such a fast, good release. I mean, such a good animation compared to all of his other shot animations. His fade is so, so nice. I don't really know why, but it really is. He's got play take as well. Asta slide. Oh, I didn't get the Asta that time. Size up here, though. LUKA drag back, and I'll just shoot the ball. I'm dragging back and shooting. I don't know what that shove animation I just got on Steve Nash was, but that was insane. The fact I didn't green that is tough. Burst here, same side, chill. We're going to come back to the left, drag back, burst to the right. Just double escape and get in front of him. Crab, that's exactly what I wanted. Open. Oh my gosh, he jumped and contested there somehow. What am I not shooting that for? Can I green? What is going on? I just lost the ability to green. I've missed like 4 shots in a row, and they were decent shots. What was that? That was absolutely awful. We'll take, I guess. We're up a bunch. It doesn't really matter, but that's a lot of missed shots in a row by me. It's kind of bad. Not a great look. I am a little worried about this LUKA card offensively. I'm not sure he can be a primary ball handler at a competitive level right now. I think his fade is good enough, but I don't know if the rest of his animations really are. Fade here, and that should be an open one. That one's good look, and I just have suddenly hit a lull where I literally can't shoot the ball anymore, and I don't know why. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Fade here, LUKA, that one should be slightly late on that one as well. What is his fade? Why is it the fastest fade I've ever shot? I couldn't miss it in freestyle, but now I can't hit a shot. That's a fade. To the others. Okay, I promise his fade is much better than I'm making it look right now. This is embarrassing. I can't buy a freaking bucket right now. I'm forcing shots now, but I have missed, after starting off absolutely incredibly with LUKA, I have missed a bajillion shots in a row, and it's starting to make me worry a little bit about this card. As a shot creator, I feel completely comfortable with the ball in his hands. I am very impressed by his ability to, I feel like, move. He's moving better than I anticipated that he would, to be honest, but my inability to shoot the ball all of a sudden has been kind of confusing, to say the least. Draws a foul here. He's going to go back to the free throw line, and I guess we're going to end with this, but I just missed a ton of shots in a row. That's not a good look at all. 3 of 12 from 3. Goodness gracious. Shot creation-wise, I'm not super impressed. Definitely need to time his fade better. That was on me in this game for sure. Those fade misses, a lot of open shots that I did miss, but at the same time, I definitely feel like I need to play better. But let's hop back to the main menu. Let's review this LUKA DONCIC card. Look, I missed a lot of makeable shots in the second half of this gameplay, but I was, as a whole, pretty impressed by LUKA DONCIC, and I do think he is a top-tier point guard in my team. Now, where is he in that top tier? I'm not totally sure, because animation-wise, offensively, he is the worst of all of the top point guards in the game. But defensively, he might be the best because of how big he is, what his player build is like, and what his animations feel like defensively, as well as his defensive badges. Just how complete he is as a card, stat and badge-wise, in the defensive end of the court is really impressive. And I do think offensively, he had more opportunities than I capitalized on, for sure. Is he the best point guard in the game? I don't think so. I think I would probably take a couple guys over him. Will he be my starting point guard, though? 100%. He is my favorite player, and I will be using him considering this is a very viable card. I don't think he's the best point guard in the game, probably, though. I think I would still lean D-Book or SGA as the #1 guy, probably. But I also think the top 5 or 6 point guards at this point are incredibly close together. I think you can really run any of D-Book, LaMelo, SGA, Drew Holiday, LUKA, Penny. A few other guys you could throw in there as well. There are 7, 8, 9 point guards you could run at a very high level. Even Jalen Suggs, James Harden, some other guys. So a lot of good point guards that you can run in this game right now, and LUKA is another great option. I do think he's a top 3 to 5 point guard, but I don't think he's top 1 or 2. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.